Aloha, mahalo. Welcome to another Monday as we talk about Oko Arm Lock number 1. We're going to switch it up a little bit this week and talk about concepts and principles first and then walk through the technique. The four main lessons that I see, Chris's take on Arm Lock number 1 is first is double tap. So within the flow of the technique, it's a right straight punch, and we're going to see left inward parry followed by right outward parry, and then the hands replace. Right hand is going to contour down and grab the wrist as the left hand comes up by the elbow. So in a little bit different fashion, it looks parry, tap, replace. Grabbing of the hand, hand by the elbow. This can also be done another way, what is called a double tap. You've seen it before with the dolphin tail, but since we're going to the outside of the right arm, we can, instead of inward parry, outward parry, we can inward and outward at the same time and immediately hook and grab the hand. So in other words, instead of stepping, parry, parry, replace, we can step, double tap, hook, and then continue the technique. Another option for you guys to play with as you're looking at Oko Arm Lock number 1. Number 2, we see contouring. Contouring is any time when we're using our opponent's body to find either the next strike or the next manipulation. So for instance, the attacker's stepping in with a right. We're going to be on the outside of the arm. As I parry, parry, replace, my hand is literally going to, this is the opponent's arm. Here's parry, parry. Notice as my hand comes up and flippers over the arm, it is going to contour up the arm to find the wrist. Once again, parry, parry, flipper, and now is going to contour down to the wrist. I don't need to look. Once I have touched my opponent and his arm, I can feel my way down to his wrist. That is contouring. We've seen this other places, such as some of our grab and punch counters, where I would contour up the opponent's body to strike the carotid artery, or to begin a rear naked choke or a choke with a club. Contouring is going to be all over the place in the system. Also then we see a push and pull once again. In Arm Lock number 1, once we get past the parry, parry, replace, we're going to row the canoe once again. We're going to push and pull. As I step towards 9 o'clock, I'm going to pull with my right, push with my left to bring them down in front of me. I'm going to drop his height and his width at the height and depth at the same time. Which once again, if we modify their height, their width, and their depth at the same time, it gives us time. HWD equals T. Once again, it shows up in many of our techniques, but it shows up here again. So we've got double tap, contouring, push-pull or rowing the canoe, and HWD equals T. Stay tuned as we walk through the technique with these concepts and principles. All right, let's walk through Oko Arm Lock number 1. So if my left leg's slightly forward, the attacker is coming from my green zone, 12 o'clock, with a right punch. In this instance, I'm going to go to the outside of the arm. I'm going to step with my left foot towards the corner of the triangle, inward parry, outward parry. I'm going to contour, grab the hand, and replace. I'm going to use the shimmy, going to use the Ohana hula, and I'm going to shimmy to bring him off balance as I step towards 9 o'clock to bring him down. So for instance, if he steps forward, as soon as I've contoured and grabbed that wrist, I'm going to shimmy, which stutters him. And then as I go towards 9 o'clock and row the canoe, he is going to negative body posture and present vital targets. Once again, if I were to step in as I'm the attacker, the shimmy followed by the negative body posture. I'm now the defender. Inward parry, outward parry. I'm going to replace and grab the wrist. Shimmy and bring him down. Now in the technique, you can kick and then follow up. Some of the targets for the kick could be the liver or the spleen, or if you want to just attack the bottom two floating ribs, are great targets for someone who's in a negative body posture. Once again, let's do it a little faster. So once again, step in, double tap, replace, shimmy, and cover out. That's been Oko Arm Lock number 1. Stay tuned for Arm Lock number 2.